How do you draw a pose like this? Let's break it down, and in the end, you'll find out what he's looking for. It's gonna be funny. Well, drawing a dynamic pose like this can be pretty tricky, so we need a good starting point. But where should we start? I always start with the line of action or with the flow line because it helps me keep the whole pose dynamic. In this case, the flow of the movement is something like this. Here's the head and this bump is the bottom. I'm not focusing too much on details, just define the overall pose. And before I worry about any details, I ask myself one simple question. Where is the character touching the ground? So for a kneeling or crawling pose like this, I didn't think about placing body parts. I thought about support points, weight, and reach first. In this pose, it's one hand, one knee, and both feet are my support points. Most of the weight is in the front, so that's where I need more support. And the boy is reaching under the sofa, so one of his arms is stretched forward. So I need to connect these points with a simple stick figure first. I'm not trying to draw anatomy yet. I'm just figuring out where the joints need to be. And because I couldn't draw this pose from imagination alone, I used the reference picture before drawing my finished character. And now we are using this character as a reference. And this is where more advanced artists might disagree whether anatomy is always necessary or not. I'd say not in every case. For example, I didn't include the chest and hip boxes here, only a simplified body shape. Because if something isn't helping anymore, you don't have to force it just because it's part of the method. So the goal isn't to follow every construction step, it's to understand what actually supports the pose. But we still need to place the shoulders and hips to make the stick figure work properly. And from here, it becomes a bit of a 3D problem because we need to place and orient these body parts in the right direction. If the head is pointing in this direction, the shoulders and hips should follow the same direction. So they will be somewhere here and here. So once those main directions are aligned, the stick figure stops being random lines and starts acting like a body that can actually move in space. And from here, we can start to flesh out our character. But how do we avoid ending up with a stiff figure again? The point here is to stay as close to the line of action as possible. Trust the curve you've already drawn. Of course, you can adjust the position of the limbs if necessary, but don't change the pose itself. The line of action carries the energy of the pose, so try not to change it. This is where many dynamic sketches become stiff. The sketch has energy, but while adding the details, we accidentally straighten everything back out, so trust your original sketch. And if you're serious about improving your character drawings, join the free drawing club where you can share your work, get help and feedback, and improve your poses, expressions, and character designs. And if this simple trick helped, there's a lot more where that came from. Watch this video next, where I go much deeper into the line of action and show you how to make your poses feel alive. See you there.